All right, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Gotham Knights and my personal gameplay that I got to check out. I got to play 2.5 hours of this game virtually in the comforts of my own home, and it was an amazing experience. I'm not gonna lie, I thoroughly enjoyed my entire time playing the game because I'm not gonna lie, I went in with very low expectations because new studio, new storyline, and the big man is not in the house because the story of this universe, it's a completely separate universe from the Rocksteady games. This game, even though the kind of start base, because the Rocksteady games ended with Batman dying, and this game starts with the death of Batman, so it's kind of confusing, and you would think that they're in the same universe, but it's completely separate universes. Batman's dead, and basically we are here to pick up the pieces with a bunch of the side characters that we've all grown to love over the years: Red Hood, Robin, the third iteration of Robin, Nightwing, and obviously Batgirl as well. And I'm going to share my thoughts and gameplay with you guys. So I decided to begin the game with Nightwing, Dick Grayson, the original Robin. And we enter with style, obviously. And this Robin actually kind of looks like Robert Pattinson, I thought myself.
Gotham U. What's the story so far with this professor?
Kirk Langstrom. Batman attached a half-finished file to his code black. Langstrom must have been mixed up in something bad.
Eyes open and ready for anything then.
So right away, I was super excited to hear about Kirk Langstrom because I've been watching like the animated series. I grew up with the animated series of Batman, and the first episode of the animated series was On Leather Wings, which introduced the Man Bat. And I was really hoping that we were gonna have a Man Bat, but not spoil. Okay, spoilers. There isn't a Man Bat, but you'll find out why very, very soon.
So we got a positive ID on this faculty dude, Kirk Langstrom.
Right. I'll call it in on the way to the morgue.
That's why we don't have a Man Bat, because he deaded. He deaded. So they did a really amazing job, even though this game isn't set in Arkham. It still has like those Arkham vibes to it.
Crap.
But once again, completely separate
Bad
universes.
news. Langstrom is dead. Any idea where I can find his office?
Langstrom's dead? Oh, hold on, just checking GU's website. Here we go. His office is on the 3rd floor in Molten Hall.
Thank you.
Let's just zips our way into the 3rd floor Molten Hall here.
The balcony doors are open. That's my way in.
Man, Batman the Animated Series is like the golden age of cinematography in an animated
Here we
series.
go.
It's still the best in my personal opinion. But so as we enter
Cop
this
didn't spend
office,
much time here. Langstrom must have died somewhere else.
the game does have detective-esque investigations, kind of like in the original games. So
These marks are suspicious. Wonder what made them.
we literally follow the breadcrumbs to where we need to go. So we gotta do a little bit of puzzle solving once we get into the office.
So far.
I feel like this might turn into something. You'd like it. I'm breaking into a lab.
Always did love a good break-in.
Even that night you accidentally tripped the alarm?
Excuse me, that was you. I'll see if there's anything else to this lead. Stay safe.
You too.
So this game was made by WB Montreal. They are...
This is a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage. They were the studio that was
This is where
behind
Langstrom
the
died.
Arkham Origins
You'd think
game,
the GCPD would still be all over this lab.
which had mixed reactions. Most people would agree they weren't as good as the Rocksteady-led ones, even though they kind of followed the same storyline.
Looks like Langstrom was attacked at his workstation. He lost a lot of blood. He tried to get away, and then the attacker pinned him to the wall. Brutal.
be a brutal.
Langstrom spent his final moments crawling toward that cabinet. Why didn't he try to leave the lab?
So we're gonna get detective here. We need to find the passcode to open the secret entranceway.
Holy crap, it's a hidden door. What were you hiding, Dr. Langstrom?
One thing during my play session that I would have liked if the camera was just pulled out just a tad bit more, just so I could have more depth of the world, especially when you're in the open world, and especially when you're in like these intimate quarters. If they would just like pulled the camera back just a tad bit, I thought the experience would be a little bit more enjoyable. But yeah, we had to try to find
The thermostat could definitely double as a keypad.
connect the clues here. The solution is connecting the notebook to the microwave. The notebook has a 3-digit
Langstrom
code.
made specific note of these dates. And now I will too. If this movie meant something to Langstrom, the release date could be significant.
So the solution to this puzzle is you connect a 3-digit code on the notebook and enter it on the microwave. In the interest of time, we're just gonna skip to when I actually do solve it, just so we can keep going here. Don't want to spend too much time here. Now we got to see the doctor's dirty laundry here.
Well, this is something. Batman's dead professor was researching some real sketchy stuff.
Look at Nightwing's butt. That's America's
Langstrom's
ass.
desk. What's this? That's a hard drive. Might have some answers. Better get this back to the Belfry.
Okay.
Hey, I think I'm done here. Cops cleared out quick. Missed some weird marks on the walls, and a hidden lab, with an even more hidden hard drive.
Great! Can't wait to get my hands on it.
So you can probably tell by the voice acting. Once again, it's not the same universe as the Rocksteady games, and they've completely gotten a new voice cast. None of the original characters, voice actors, for better or for worse, are
Fire
returning.
alarm. Did someone see me?
And we get a little bit introduced to the combat as well, which is completely revamped. So I rewatched some of this footage afterwards, and I was kind of cringing at my gameplay just because I went in expecting Arkham style combat, and there are some similarities, but there are also a lot of differences as well. So the tried and true
It's Nightwing! What's he doing here?
press triangle or Y to do a counter if you see an indicator above the enemy's head is gone now. Now
What are they doing here?
you just have
Gang
perfect
activity's
dodges.
been ramping up without Batman around. Guess the freaks want to join the party.
Someone ought to teach them a lesson. I'm on it.
Focus on torching this place with all that racket! Turn off the damn fire alarm up there!
You still have some stealth mechanics as well. But another thing that's also changes now, because in the previous Arkham games, the
Gotta
more
stop these
you hit,
freaks from burning this place to the ground.
more that you hit enemies, you unlock combo takedowns, and that's gone now. Now they have a system in this game called Momentum, which basically allows you to use special abilities. But unlike in the Arkham games, where most of the combo finishers instantly knock
And you're down.
the enemies out,
Down you go.
this one they're not nearly as powerful.
Average temperature. Something lights on fire is between poop.
Which is, I think, a good thing because it makes the combat a little bit more difficult to play. By the end of the Arkham games, once you really got down the gameplay, it was kind of too easy, I thought. So them making it so the combos didn't instantly knock out the enemies just makes it
Better to
just
stay hidden.
it makes it a little bit more intimate. It makes the combat a little bit more engaging.
Are the fumes getting to you, buddy?
But you can see they still heavily borrow a lot of mechanics
Hey
that
there.
Rocksteady developed.
Smashy, smashy, smash, smash!
And even though we're playing the majority of this first half of this game, this episode as Nightwing, I do get into Batgirl as well as Red Hood gameplay. Didn't have enough time to get into Tim Drake's Robin, just because literally just ran out of time, even though I got to play for 2.5 hours. But each character felt very unique to itself, and they felt very fun to play. My only critique is that when we get to the Red Hood gameplay, his auto aim with his guns are a little bit off, and they
I
can
do
just
love being right.
he can sometimes just shoot at nothing for a bit. But I'll show you that when we actually get to that gameplay. But
Enjoying the fireworks.
other than that part of the Red Hood gameplay being a little bit awkward with his ranged combat, all the other characters
building
felt
is burning
really,
down.
really good to play, which is probably the most exciting part of this game. That I really enjoyed the combat in this game a lot. Also, there's a lot of intimate moments between all the characters,
Hostages. Better make this quick.
the 4-bit characters, which we'll get into when we actually get to those moments. But yeah, it was really, as a Batman fan, it was really nice to see like these kind of like close, endearing moments of the story that play out. But yeah, so this first area is mostly, basically, as you can probably tell, like a tutorial area. And I found also in the Arkham games, you saw that there was a lot of, you had the option to do it completely stealth. As you can see here, I was looking at to see if there's any way I could just literally just take all these guys out without being seen whatsoever. And I don't think, wow, I got hit right there, just got smacked. Once again, this is where I'm like trying to still, I'm trying to like react, like I'm thinking like it's Arkham combat, and I just hit triangle to automatically counter, but it's not like that at all. So I just gotta, once I move past that a little bit, then it gets a little bit better, especially when we get into the final boss fight of this game that I got to check out. My gameplay gets a lot better, but yeah, apologies. I know you're cringed out by watching it. I myself am also cringed out by watching it, so I'm right with you.
Unbelievable.
Basically, what I think is a lot of the stuff that you were able to exploit to make the game easier in the Arkham series, they've completely removed in this game. So it's more engaging combat the entire time.
Let's see if you'll break too.
Get to safety. Go. Ready to die,
So we got the prototypical bruiser with a shield. It's pretty simplistic. We need to use the heavy attack to just stagger him a little bit, which will open up his combos. Hey, a dodge, guys! Guys. I can dodge. And you basically just hammer away. And just keep chipping away at his health. Obviously, this becomes a lot faster once you get more abilities and unlock more stronger abilities. Oh, another dodge. I'm so good at this game. No, not really, but anyways. Yeah, it becomes less of like a slog fest and less of like a bullet sponges when you unlock more abilities. But obviously this is early on in the game, so we don't have a lot of those unlocked. So we just literally, and it's also a tutorial, right? So we're just kind of like punching away here. And is down for the count.
Fire and paramedics inbound. You okay over there?
Yes.
There's a lot going on tonight. I'm head back now with Langstrom's hard drive. Finally.
Yes, I am fine there, Deadpool. Looks like Deadpool. So, a big contention of the final Arkham game was the forcing of the the Batmobile everywhere. It's not as in your face in this time. We can actually, anytime we hit the streets to traverse around the city, we can summon this beauty right here, the Bat Cycle, in all its amazing glory. Satisfying. Listen to her purr. So, the central hub in this game is called the Belfry. That
Coming back to the Belfry now. Hope you guys are ready.
Hurry up. I want to see what you got.
Wait here.
So the Belfry is the central hub of the game. At the end of the night, you'll always return to it to just kind of close out the night. And it'll be a lot of times you're gonna basically where you end missions, and then you also have those kind of intimate moments with the other cast members as well that I talked about a little bit earlier. It's one of the best parts of the game, in my personal opinion. It's just like the interaction between the 4 characters that you get to play as, and you can swap to them basically anytime that you want. You're not locked into one specific story or one specific character for the entire game, which is really nice. Then biometrics, and they pretty much play exactly how you would expect they would based on how they look. If you want, from what I gather, if you want the closest experience to playing as the original Batman, that would probably be the combat of Batgirl. But they all feel great to play except for that weird thing that the Red Hood has a little bit with his guns that I will get back to a little bit later. But let's go have a team meeting.
Drive from Langstrom's lab.
Do we have any idea?
Once we can get at the data, we can figure out what our next move is.
In this game, Barbara can walk.
I'm going out. I'm not gonna sit and wait for whatever this shit is.
We're waiting for intel, Jason. Once we have it, then we'll go.
Move. I'm gonna solve this case my way.
Stop it! He wanted us to work this together.
Whatever. That's making this harder than it has to be, kid.
I guess, since we're waiting anyway, we might as well take another look at what Bruce had on Langstrom. Crap. That must have been the secondary breaker. The primary went out months ago. I thought the backup would hold.
I got it.
No need. I've put in a small fix that should hold for a while.
Wasn't sure you were coming, Alfred.
I'll always be here when you need me, Master Richard. When any of you need me.
I'm glad you're here.
As am I, Master Tim. This place does need work.
Damn it. We've got activity all over the city.
Sweet. Looks like my plan wins.
Hold up. We still need the intel. And Alfred can't exactly set this place up alone.
Indeed, Miss Gordon. I have a list of supplies we'll need. I could do it on my own, but it would be faster if I had help.
You can count on us, Alfred. We'll divvy it up. Let's finish what Bruce started.
Good music too. All right, so we're gonna access the back computer here. The back computer is basically where we can check out on case files, the overall story of the game, what we need to do next. We also can set our abilities as well as our momentum abilities. So once again, the momentum abilities replace the combo finishers that were in the Arkham series. But unlike the combo finishers, in this game, you don't actually just have to proceed with just not getting hit. You just build up your momentum bar by just dishing out damage. It doesn't rely on you at all not getting hit and trying to be basically a god. You still get to build up your momentum with every single punch or hit that you land. And this is the training facility that allows you to test out your newfound abilities as well as momentum abilities. And it has a little nugget right here. Oh, daddy!
Physical and mental preparation go hand in hand. Here, we can train the mind to prepare the body, but it requires deep focus. Let go of your self-doubt and focus on my voice.
Listening to that monologue by itself as well. I'm not a huge fan of training simulations, but just having that one scene made it all worth it. So based on combat, build up momentum by just hitting other characters, and then you hit RB, and then you can access one of the abilities you have. The only one we have right now is the Pounce ability, and like I said earlier, unlike in previous Batman games, the combo finishers don't instantly take out enemies. They just do a decent amount of damage of what you would expect. The best part of the simulation is the exit, the ending. You'll see in a second. A little too early. So the dodge mechanic basically replaces the counter mechanic, which was a little bit overpowered. I remember like when the Batman combat system came out, everyone loved it so much, and like every game started doing it as well. I think like the Uncharted series stole it, and then in the next Uncharted game, you just saw it everywhere. So it's nice that
I expect no less.
Daddy's approval. Daddy's approval. Oh, that was worth it. Getting his approval was worth completing that.
So Harley contacted Batman using, I don't know, a homing pigeon and a USB drive? And that's how we got this video? Babs, help?
Do we think it's legit? Bruce never talked to me about it.
When Bruce worked with criminals, he didn't exactly keep us in the loop.
Yeah, it's not you, Tim. But it's also not crazy to think that Harley made this up.
Just play it, and we'll know.
Hiya, Betsy. Been a while. It's weird, because I heard a rumor that you were dead.
Oh boy.
Anyway, I got what you wanted. Hope that ain't what got you dead. So come visit me at Blackgate. Ooh.
Wait, hasn't Harley Quinn been out of Gotham ever since, you know, her ex?
Killed me? Is that what you meant? Rumor has it she did some government thing. Went straight-ish. She's got something.
Then we go find Harley. Now.
So that obviously was not Tara Strong as Harley Quinn.
The evidence board has been updated.
But she does a pretty admirable job at it. So we're gonna do a character swap here. So we're gonna switch over to
Harley may be out of her
Batgirl.
mind, but it's a brilliant mind. She helped a lot of people before she got sidetracked.
Yeah, but why would she help Batman? Or us?
Bruce always tried to give criminals a chance to rehabilitate. Maybe she was thinking about going legit. For all of 2 seconds.
This is like a monument to Batman. From what I can gather, each character has a moment at this shrine here, and they take that moment to reflect and use it as inspiration to kind of change their outfit as well as gain new abilities. I only saw the one after this with the red hood. I'm assuming all the other characters have one as well. And this unlocks Batgirl's gliding ability, basically. It's not as great at the beginning of the game because you lack the ability to propel yourself up with the grappling gun, but I'm assuming that'll probably come a little bit later. And we are gonna go into the city, and then we are gonna head to Blackgate and visit Miss Quinzel and basically do a main mission. So I am going to leave you guys here now. In the next episode, we will head to Blackgate and we will continue the game. I'm gonna give you basically show you guys everything that I played, and then at the very end of all the episodes, I will give you guys my final thoughts of what my impressions are of the game thus far. So yeah, enjoy the rest of the gameplay, and I will see you guys in part 2 of my early impressions of Gotham Knights. And I am which made me very, very excited for this game because it was off my radar completely, and I'm very excited now. So that's the nice thing you can say after playing games that you want to play more. So yeah, enjoy the rest, and we will see you guys in the next episode.
Better you than nothing, I guess.